Hey, what's up everyone, and well, I hope you enjoyed my last movie review. I apologize for the delay, as I mentioned in the comments box below. And, well, here's the reason. Because I was down in both Clearwater and Tampa the end of March, and I went to one of my favorite parks in that section, and that is Busch Gardens. I already talked about most of the attractions the last time I went there back in 2019, and, well, there's a few that I didn't do, mainly because they weren't finished, or one of them, which is Congo River Rapids, I didn't go on because it was rather cloudy and overcast outside, but this time I did do this attraction. So, with that said, here's my thoughts on it. I thought it's a nice, lengthy, drenching, and refreshing attraction to go on if it's a nice, sunny, hot day. It has squirt machines like the Popeye ride and Dudley Do-Right ride and Cali River Rapids at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Like most of these things, this one, of course, charges quarters, so if you have a lot of quarters and you don't know what to do with them, go all out right here, because you'll have a blast squirting and drenching people that are pretty much already about to get drenched, as if they're not getting drenched enough on this thing. So, cool theming, plenty of waterfalls and scenery and stuff that you would expect out of the Congo section of this park right by Kumba. Can't say much more there. Rockin' Wii Remote Wii Motion Plus up and the playing Wii Remote up. Trust me, it's a good, fun, drenching time. So, the next one that was, well, under construction but not open yet the last time I was there was Tigris. It's named after, well, a tiger, I'm assuming, judging by the name, and, well, the track is orange. Pretty appropriate color there. And it goes backwards and forwards and does a bunch of inversions. It's kind of a weird, obscure design to it, but it's thrilling and, well, kind of short, actually. So, if you can get the quick queue, or unlimited quick queue, that's what they call it in this park, and despite being rather pricey, I mean, what the hell isn't in this park, it will definitely save you a lot of time, allowing you to go into the quick queue line instead of the regular line. Well, with whatever ride has this, that is. And with this ride, the long waits can be a little bit of a nuisance, especially for such a short attraction, but it is a pretty thrilling experience if you've done something like the boomerang or any of those type of backwards or forwards looping coasters. Not really a loop, it's more or less a barrel roll, and like I said, it's very short, but it's an experience worth doing at least once. So if you got extra time and, well, you have nothing else to do in this park and you want to see what it's like, give it a shot at least once. May not be the best, but it's not the worst either. So I give it just a plain 2 Wii Remotes up. Thrilling and fun, but short and, in some cases, rather forgettable. So, with that said, time to move on. I saved the best for last. Yep, the new big bad RMC hybrid that, in case you don't know the backstory behind this, I'll give you one that's short and sweet and to the point. You can check out a whole bunch of YouTube videos that are online that explain all about this Expedition theme park and so forth. Yes, Iron Gwazi. Yes, this coaster was originally named Gwazi, a dueling wooden coaster, the first and only in the state of Florida, which is supposed to represent 2 different animals, a lion and a tiger. Pretty appropriate for this kind of park, especially considering its African themes, and this one had kind of a love-hate from fans. You either loved it or you hated it because of how rough it was, and that's what was pretty notorious about this ride over the years. It was becoming very costly to maintain, and its ridership, due to all this notoriety, was starting to drop, and, well, it just wasn't worth it for the park, and they said, screw it, let's just remove one side of the coaster, and it was down to just one wooden coaster. The dueling thing was all completely history. And eventually, after retracking, putting new car trains in, they decided to leave the thing abandoned, which is what they did for many years. And then eventually rumors started to surface that the thing was going to get the RMC hybrid upgrade, which is what they did to a lot of coasters across the country, and it's worked out pretty well. It's a much smoother experience, much more thrilling, airtime, and of course inversions added in. And sure enough, the rumors were true. It was going to get it, and it was going to open in the year 2020, in the spring, but we all know it became a 2020 to be exact. COVID. So the opening of this attraction was still up in the air, and nobody knew for sure when it was going to open until it happened this year on March 11th. So I was lucky enough to be able to get a ride on this, not on opening day, that was only for seasonal pass holders, but I went a couple weeks after it opened just recently, and I could safely say without a doubt, this attraction was phenomenal. Being that this was my first RMC hybrid coaster, I know you're going to laugh at that, and wow, they did a fantastic job. Yes, there are some nods on the queue line that give a little tribute to the former attraction if you've been on it, which I haven't, unfortunately. By the time I went here in 2019, it was completely left in ruins, and well, getting ready for this update and everything like that. And of course, the car trains do have a little zipper pouch attached to each seat underneath your lap bar restraint, which, yes, this has two inversions on it. Not the first one, as I've mentioned before with some of my past attractions review, that only has a lap bar and has inversions. I've been on Velocicoaster, I've been on Scorpion, which is in the same park as this one, as well as Super Duper Looper at Hershey Park. The list goes on, and there's plenty of these across the country. So, with this one, I could safely say, wow, it was amazing. Very intense for the most part. I mean, most of these RMC hybrids are intense, but with the retracking and the redoing of this ride, RMC, you have yourself a winner right here. It is not only the most thrilling, but also supposedly the tallest and steepest at a 91-degree angle. I mean, goddamn. Yes, you get insane amount of airtime on this thing. It is incredibly fast. It's actually the fastest coaster I've been on. Yes, even faster than Velocicoaster. I shit you not. And you think that's fast and intense? Well, looks like that coaster just met its match. And a lot of people have been trying to make comparisons whether this one or Velocicoaster is better. My answer, neither. I like both of them. Well, for queue line design, I go with Velocicoaster, but that's not the point. Both of these are thrilling experiences, but two completely different rides. So the comparison is rather pointless, and they're two different sections of Florida. So I'd say do both of them, if you do both parks, no matter what time you go. But nonetheless, this ride has an amazingly thrilling experience with some incredible speeds and airtime and inversions, as I mentioned before. A beautiful view of the park. I mean, over a 200-foot drop at a 91-degree angle with two inversions. God damn. It is an experience unlike none other that you will ever do at this park. Even more intense than SheiKra. And you think that's intense enough with its straight down 90-degree drop? Well, it just met its match. Because it outbeat it for intensity, but damn, it is something that you have to do at least once. And if you do get the unlimited quick queue, you only get one skip the ride on this one, unfortunately, because, well, at the time right now I'm doing this, I guess because it's fairly new, and yes, the wait times for this can get pretty damn long, and yes, you do get a ride photo on this. I didn't unfortunately buy it on this one, but maybe next time. But for the most part, I definitely say this one was a thrilling, absolutely must-do experience if you are a thrill seeker, but I must warn you, like Velocicoaster, it is pretty damn intense, but man, what a ride, what a thrill, not much to say there. So, my final verdict is, rocking two Wii remotes of Wii Motion Plus is up. Yeah, trust me. This Gwazi is as iron, thrilling, and as awesome as ever. So, until next time, keep watching.